Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning. This is Mr. Reality, joined by psychic medium Liz Cross. We come to you with a sad, sad day. If you haven't heard, the departure of Leon the Lobster. It's sent ripples across the internet, and I know people are in mourning, so we wanted to take this as quickly as possible. It's a request from one of your Patreon members. Liz, how are you today?
Oh, I'm good. I've never heard about Leon the lobster until I got a few requests through asking if we could channel him because apparently he had quite a following.
Yeah, quite the YouTube star. Brady Brandwood rescued him from a supermarket and brought him home and put him in a beautiful aquarium, and then he developed another aquarium. And in Leon's third molt cycle, he became unresponsive in the tank, and unfortunately couldn't make it. But he lost one of his limbs. And I don't know if we've done this before. You said you've talked to some animals at the zoo. Can we bring forth the entity of Leon the lobster, and he can tell us from his point of view?
Oh, I've got him here. Yes, I have his soul here.
What does Leon's soul resemble?
It's like an outline, a shadowy outline.
Does he recognize his fame and notoriety, or is it not something that he was aware of on the Earth plane?
Did you recognize? He didn't know until after he left. He had no idea.
What does he think about it now?
It's touching, is what he says.
Did he enjoy the attention that he got from Brady, and what was his relationship like with Brady?
Well, did you enjoy the attention? Oh, he loved Brady. And what was your relationship like with Brady? Oh, it was very nice. It was like a deep mutual understanding, unspoken understanding. Although Brady would talk to him all the time.
Did he process the information that Brady was saying to him?
No,
How did he react on a conversational level then? What was his ability like? We have the ability to anthropomorphize individuals or entities or, animals. So what level was his communication at that he could recognize Brady was giving him?
it was tone and frequency. He knew that it was nice because it was a nice tone and nice frequency. The words don't really matter. It's about the vibration that is carried in the words. Very, very important. You know, words carry different vibrational levels, he says, and he always received good vibrations from Brady.
Somebody asked, did he have a special mate in the sea because lobsters mate for life? And was he taken from her when he was captured, or had he not mated in life?
Oh. Did you have a special mate in the sea? He did, but he says that was so long ago. How long was he in this aquarium?
It was about 3 years. He'd probably been in the supermarket for who knows, I don't know how long, but it makes us see animal life in a different way, I think. Was there any special companion like your wife that you missed from the ocean days, or any other special animals that you had friendships with?
Did you miss her? I mean, I don't feel that as the consciousness of a lobster is what he's telling me. He had the capacity to miss and mourn.
Okay.
He definitely had the capacity to know that he left something behind. What did you think when you were being captured? Oh my God, he was in a terrible state of fear and shock.
So what was his cause of death?
What was your cause of death? He's trying to tell me, what was your cause of death? It was a malfunction, he says. What do you mean by a malfunction? A malfunction in the um, copying of the cell. So when this new cell's copied over, and we're trying to replenish themselves, they were damaged.
And
And
his
that
molt
was the
cycle. Did it
decline.
have anything to do with him losing one of his claws, or was that a sign of earlier sickness?
Did it have anything to do with you losing your claw? I mean, that was part of it. And was that why you, I mean, that was all part of why he passed. Yes.
Was the lost claw result of earlier damage when he was captured, or is it something that happened while with Brady in captivity?
Was it that claw damaged in captivity when you were captured? The shock of being captured, as he knows it now, he's on the other side, created a level of PTSD. It created damage within the body. Um, the fear, the shock, the horror. What did you think when you were being transported? I mean, it was just terrifying ordeal. Terrifying ordeal to be transported, to be locked up, to not be free. Did you know that when you were in the supermarket as a lobster in their tank, that people were coming by to pick lobsters out to eat them? Yes. He said I could tell by the way they looked at me.
And how long after he was rescued by Brady did he understand that he didn't have that fear anymore and he was able to live, a more tranquil existence?
How long after being rescued? Almost immediately. He knew instinctively that Brady was not going to harm him.
What was his favorite food to eat while under Brady's control and also in the ocean?
Oh, well, what was your favorite food to eat? Let's ask him when you were in the ocean. Oh, okay. I do they feed on each other? Because I feel that they feed on, no, I didn't know this about lobster. I feel that they feed on other bodies, but also like dead or just about to be dead bodies. So you feed, I didn't know that they were like, I guess you would say meat eaters. So you eat like meat and flesh. Yeah. Yeah. So what was your favorite thing to eat? Shrimp.
How do lobsters perceive the passage of time, and how is it different in the ocean, in the supermarket, and under Brady's aquarium?
Ooh, how is the living from the ocean life? Oh, like when I say ocean, he immediately transports back to this place of like freedom. But there's also a danger of being in the ocean, right? There's a
Sure.
lot of danger there. You're constantly on the move. You're having to be very sharp about your surroundings. You have to hunt, you have to kill, you have to mate. You have to survive. It's raw, pure, raw survival, he says. And what about when you were in the aquarium? Life was easy, life was good. Um, did you enjoy being there? I mean, he did enjoy being in the aquarium with Brady. I mean, it certainly took a load off, is what he said. I don't have to play those crazy competition, competitive survival games anymore. You know, who can outwit and outsmart the other one? And that's what competition is all about. That's what survival is about, is who.
That's the Survivor mantra, the show. Does
Oh,
he
really?
have, can he tell us how many other incarnations he's had and which incarnation this is?
How many other incarnations have you had? He's had thousands of incarnations as insects, reptiles, birds. Um, he's just now starting onto the aquatic incarnation cycle. So, how many lifetimes have you been in the ocean? About 500. I know that to us sounds like a lot, but really for them it's nothing. I mean, we all were there at one time, right? Just because you're a human now doesn't mean that you weren't all of these things that you had to go through to lead up to the consciousness of a human being.
Right.
Um, did you enjoy being a lobster? Yeah, he did. He did. But Brady made it worthwhile.
So the aquatic path is now what? What does the crustacean go? And Leon's path, what animal next?
He's doing the lobster thing again.
Why? No. I thought
Yeah.
you'd be able to evolve beyond lobster status. We were
He
hoping
likes
dolphin. All
lobster.
of us were hoping dolphin.
Oh, no, no, he's not there yet. Why do you want to be a lobster? He loves being a lobster. He loves it. He likes the power that he has. He likes the body. But what is going to happen in your next lifetime? Are you going to be captured again? No, not in the next lifetime. He will not be captured by humans and sold. He will be eaten by something much larger than he is. And after that lifetime, then he will evolve into something else. Back on land. You're going back on land? Yes, I feel he is going back on land.
Maybe a turtle?
Are you going to be a turtle? No, he's going to be more of a primate.
Oh, wow. Okay. So get eaten, be a primate. I guess that's the trade-off there. I mean, I don't know if it's too soon for him to give us this information or if he's even capable of giving us this information, but I kind of want him to be an ambassador for lobsters and the way that our society treats lobsters. Can he tell us something that we might not know or might not think about that being in this position?
Uh, Being in this position. Well, lobsters are considered a luxury item. They're not a necessity. There's lots of other things to eat apart from lobsters. Those that eat lobsters out of pure luxury and not necessity, you're creating karmic debt.
Hmm. How does he feel about his, I don't know, humans who consume lobsters? Does he have any emotions towards them or animus?
Do you have any emotions towards humans that consume Yeah, he hates us all, right? There's no need for us to consume lobster. We have, according to him, there's a lot of choice available out there. We don't need to herd the lobster population. He's telling me the lobster population is in severe decline. It's
Can,
overfished.
can he tell us something else about lobsters that we might not be able to comprehend or about living in the sea?
Uh, did you see any mermaids? I'm thinking of what is it, The Little Mermaid. I love that little lobster on The Little Mermaid. No, can you tell us something about lobster? Well, we have feelings too. And did you know that you were going to be eaten? Yes. I mean, they do know when they're being captured. They're terrified. They know. Is it in the lobster community that humans eat you? Yes, it's a well-known fact. We know that. And we try to avoid the traps.
Are they
Um,
telepathic?
are you telepathic? Yes, they are somewhat telepathic.
So what's in the lobster Twitter sphere? What can you tell us about? Was he still connected to them while there, or was he disconnected when he was removed from the population?
Were you disconnected when you were removed from the It took a few days, but it disconnected, yes. And they did mourn his loss, actually, briefly, briefly, but it's soon forgotten about because that's the way the brain is on the level of programming. The brain is programmed specifically for survival, so you don't have time to feel those complex emotions other than fear and terror and shock. That's what makes us different as humans. We have more time to experience in the now, in the now. Like when we were
Right.
cavemen, we didn't have that brain capacity to really experience the full range of emotions. But as we are now, and with the with the brain capacity that we currently have, we have more time to experience and think about and process complex emotions.
The lobsters think that there's an afterlife. And what do you think about it now, knowing there is?
Ooh, do lobsters think that there's a afterlife? No, they don't know about that stuff. What do you think about it now that you are on the other side? Now he realizes like what the plan is. But when you're crammed in an animal body, again, the concept of an afterlife, that's a very, very unique emotion that is specific to humans.
Okay. Do lobsters dream?
Ooh, do you dream? Yes. And they can also dream while they are not asleep,
What
like
type of things do
daydream.
lobsters dream about?
What kind of things do lobsters dream about? Eating, just
Mm.
eating, mainly just eating, finding an easy kill and really enjoying it without your life being on the line.
Does he ever dream that there was a school of fish that he had, and he forgot to chase the school of fish, and then he realized he had to go back to the school of fish? Everyone has that dream.
Do you realize that? Do you ever dream about a school of fish? No. He just, it really is about outsmarting the other, the predator outsmarting its prey. That's what survival is. And in his dreams, he says he's the one that always outsmarts the others.
Were there any karmic bonds or share that he shared with Brady before he met him in a past life somewhere?
Ooh, were there any karmic bonds? Have you met Brady in a past life before? Yes, Brady was once a lobster, but Brady evolves in his consciousness quite quickly, and he obviously is now a human. But is that why Brady went to rescue the lobster? Yes, this was in the soul contract. Will you see Brady again? Yes. Yes. In the next lifetime, Brady will be a zookeeper or some side kind of zoologist, and the lobster Leon, is it Leon? He will
Mhm.
be he'll be a primate in that location.
I want to give Leon this chance to tell humans something we might not ever know that will shock us about the ocean life or about lobster life.
Is there something you can tell us about the ocean that we won't? Yes, the ocean has a language. It speaks to us daily. The ocean is our God. If you wanted to put it into like human terms, the ocean speaks to us.
How and what's it say? Can it talk to us?
Can the ocean talk to us as humans? Yes, but you really would have to get on that vibrational level with the ocean. Most humans are too busy, in their own thoughts to hear what the ocean is trying to tell them. But the ocean can tell you a lot of things. The ocean, according to Leon, is telepathic. It can think, it knows what you're thinking, and it can also send you messages like, if there's danger, or if you're out of your area. It can also tell you that it loves you. It can tell you everything you want to know about your life. It can tell you like your mate is just around the corner. It does all of these things for you. So the ocean does speak a language,
We've done
a
a probe
language of
previously on oceans. People can go back and look for that. We might do another one in the future. But I wondered if Leon could tell the other lobsters or his kinfolk something. What would he share with them?
it's it's the greatest. What is the greatest? Just trusting, even though you end up being used for food, it's still very positive. Life isn't all bad being a lobster. He thinks being a human is terrible. um he doesn't like the concept of being a human, which is why there's so much reluctance. And I think that what I'm picking up is why he and Brady again formed this soul contract, was to make Leon understand that humans are not all bad, and there are some very good aspects of being a human. Now, I've heard that from souls before, where they're terrified of being a human. They don't want to be complex like what we are. It's too difficult. They like, they're used to the surviving and they're used to being an animal. They don't want to necessarily be a human.
Can Leos tell us about his favorite lifetime now that he has the ability to look back across the thousands of other incarnations and which one he enjoyed the most, if not the most recent one as Leon?
Ooh, which is your favorite lifetime? Can you show me? Where he was a grub on the tree, and all he had to do was eat. And he loved that lifetime. No drama.
Well, Leon, we miss you, and I want you to know that the world mourns at your passing. How does that make him feel?
How does that mean? Oh, it makes him feel very loved and privileged. Like, wow. He's astonished by it, really. Yeah. And thank you to Annie and the others that recommended we did this video. I sent it to you and you're like, oh my God, he's dead. I'm like, who is he? Who is he? So you knew who he was.
I did. Very sad. Leon, we miss you. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you great success in your next couple incarnations as a primate. Feel free to come back then, and we look forward to seeing you and then. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Liz.